Hi there, we're Cagefight, I'm James.
I'm Rachel.
And you're watching Loud TV. No, I think for me it's being able to explore an area of music that I haven't been able to explore for a long time. And I grew up listening to a lot of thrash and hardcore. It's always been a big passion of mine, and I guess my focus for the last 15 years has been progressive music, and now it's been a great opportunity to really go back to that style of music, which I'm very passionate about. And also different, it's a very different approach. It's simpler in terms of like lots of the construction and complexity, but it's quite a lot harder to play in terms of like physical demand. I had to basically really train myself to be able to play this stuff because it's quite relentless. It involves a lot. Yeah. I had to build new muscles.
We met in France 7 years ago at a TESSERACT show, just because I love TESSERACT. So I went to talk to them, and we just stayed in touch on social network, but quick.
But then I didn't really speak much at all over 7 years until I saw a cover Rachel did of the Black Dahlia Murder song, and it was really good. I liked it, and I was like, oh, that voice might work on these tracks we're working on. I dropped her a message, and in 24 hours she sent back an amazing demo, and we're here. We did the first demo very quickly, and that was very exciting. And I think we had like 3 other instrumentals ready, and then you worked on those. And then with those 3 instrumentals, they sounded really good. And we were like, well, should we put a demo out to see what? And we chose the song Hope Castrated. It picked up a lot of attention. Off the back of that, we got a record deal very quickly. And so that was the point where we were like, oh shit, this is real. We should probably like, right, you got to do an album. So we just got to work and we didn't actually meet as a band probably until like, I don't know.
Yeah, month.
Like May or something?
Yeah. Because I was recording at my parents in the living room because it was lockdown, and they were in England and I was in France. And we were DIY.
Yeah, and Ackle from TESSERACT mixed it for us, so he was involved as well. It was so easy to do those first 3 demos without being in the same room. There was obviously something there that was working really, really well. I think we all understood each other musically very well. It was just super easy. I don't think I've ever had such an easy experience doing music ever. It just happened. And so I think we're all like on the same page. So like, yeah, let's go for it. And we recorded drums and vocals with John Mitchell at Outhouse Studios. He worked for bands, he did all the early Architect stuff and Lower Atlantis and various other bands. And then the guitars and bass I just recorded in my shed because I love my shed. And it was free. And then Ackle mixed it. Ackle from TESSERACT mixed it in his home studio. That was actually a friend of ours, a guy called Craig, who's a friend of mine and John's. And he had some of the early demos, and he basically said, it sounds like a cage fight. And then he said, yeah, you should call the band that. And I was like, alright, yeah. So yeah, a friend of ours came up with it, but it stuck. I don't think we consciously decided to be different, but I think we did keep trying to make each track different, and I think, yeah, we're trying loads of different ideas.
I think it's just all the ideas, yeah. Like all the vocals, I wanted to do everything I can. So yeah.
I think some of the earlier tracks were very straight up, and then towards the end, I guess some of the songs like Eating Me Alive and My Dreams were a bit more in depth, I suppose. Like we tried things that are they're probably the least hard tracks. They're a bit more, I guess, more melodic metal. But still keeping in the same vibe, I suppose. But yeah, we just want to try loads of different things and try and keep it interesting. Basically, John, the bassist, is also a rapper, and we kept having the ideas of skits, just like sort of interludes, and I basically found this like old school hip hop beat, which I think is a James Brown beat originally, but it's the same one from like Straight Out of Compton by NWA. It's like very like late 80s hip hop, and it worked as a really good intro to the song Shine Don't Fade, and then we just made it super long and put a rap on it. But then you had the idea of getting people to send in the chants.
That's the best thing.
Yeah, so the chanting on it, basically we put a call out, and we had about 20 people send in themselves chanting Cage Fight, and we mixed it all to make the crowd. So it's like early fans chanting Cage Fight, and it's just a really nice, fun track.
So I did the cover and they reshared it. So I messaged them and I said, oh, thank you. And he was super nice and we stayed in touch. And then I was like, since we kind of have the band thanks to this, I think we should do something together. And he said, yeah, I'm doing it. So that was very easy.
Yeah, it's a great honour to have him on the record.
Super nice, yeah.